Hello and welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast. This is episode 169. On this show, we showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else a gun enthusiast may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. I'm your host, Ryan Cross, from the Firearms Radio Network, your source for broadcasts for shooters, hunters, and all things firearms related. This week we got Tony and Rob in the house, as well as Sean Fisher from Black Bag Resources. Rob is currently working on a microphone technical issue, so I don't know if we're going to hear from him or not. Fingers crossed that we don't. No, I'm just kidding. Fingers crossed that he gets that worked out and he can participate in the conversation this week. So for those that do have a functioning microphone, what did you guys do in guns this week?
Go ahead, Tom.
I created the hottest meme on the internet right now. That's what I did in guns this week. So if you see the SIG and the M9 thing that says the Army, everyone's excited over the Army adopting the SIG 320, and I'm over here like, come on, cheap M9s. Yeah, that was mine. But I wasn't bright enough to watermark it, so you'll never know that.
First rule of the internet, watermark your memes.
Yep. So far it's been shared 3,500 times on GunHub. It's been, I think, 20,000 people have seen it on Simon Says Train on Facebook. So it's out there. It's a smash hit. Freaking meme. Can't get overexcited. Cool. But I did pick up like 25 new followers on my Simon Says Train page and a bunch of them on Instagram. So it's pretty cool. Other than that, I wasn't feeling well this week, so I cleaned my guns at the house.
Cool. How about you, Sean?
We got Rob. I can hear Rob.
Rob.
You can hear me? Oh my gosh. I don't believe it.
We can hear you.
I'm just using the microphone on my freaking computer now because the nice one that I bought for this podcast doesn't want to work no more.
Okay.
The weird thing is registering the little dots on the bottom corner, like it can hear me, but nothing's coming across, I guess, so it doesn't like me. So.
What'd you do in guns this week?
Well, actually, I got my whole family back together again. I got all my collection from the various places it's been over the last 6.5 months, and it's all back in one nice common location. So I spent the whole weekend trying to arrange everything the way it needs to be to get in the safe, and then got bored. You put a few things in, you take it out, put a few more in, take a few more out, to get everything in just right. And one of the things I did now that I'm back in Florida is I'm putting a call out to any of our listeners I don't care if you're in the Southeast area. I've got an XM42 flamethrower, and I'm dying to find a place to use this thing where I can get some good video and do a nice review on it, because it is a really fun toy to use. And I really have had a blast using it, but the problem is when I took it out before, the people doing the recording were basically family that didn't know how to record stuff to frame it, and they were going back and forth with the cell phone camera between me and the flame, and I'm watching these videos, so I'm about getting vertigo. I said, if I post this crap on the internet, people are going to get sick. So I said, I don't want to make everybody like sick and throwing up watching these videos thinking they're like on some kind of roller coaster ride. So yeah, if anybody around here in South Florida area or Florida area or maybe even Southeast, let me know. I'd love to, if you've got a place where we can use it without getting introduced to local fire marshal or constabulary, I would definitely be in favor of trying this thing out.
And how should they contact you, Rob?
You can reach me through the podcast or what the heck go? Oh.
So go through your secretary, Ryan Cross?
Yeah, go through my secretary, Ryan Cross. Ryan, you just got hired. You got another job.
I quit.
I'll be honest, it lasted longer than I thought it would.
That's what she said.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. All right, cool. So does that leave me?
Oh, Sean.
I guess so. So this week I went duck hunting with my Remington 870, and I did not. I'm pretty confident I did not hurt a single duck. I think my new nickname is like the Humane Hunter or the Sierra Club, because I don't think I hit a single duck. But luckily, the 3 other guys I went with, they all had nice Benellis and a couple of Super Black Eagles and a Beretta Outlander, and they did really well. So I'm trying to get some chokes and pattern a different shot so I can go this next weekend for the last trip in the season and see if I can make any connections on birds. I did get a gun safe in just yesterday. So I've been so excited. I woke up early I'm a little kid on Christmas morning, and I'm just packing that gun safe and getting it all organized how I like. And it's full. I need a larger gun safe. Classic problem that everyone has when they get one is they end up filling it, and there's no room for anything new. So I'm either going to have to sell some stuff and get some cooler guns, or move things around.
Whoa! You're going to sell some stuff?
Well, quality over quantity. If I need to get rid of some 1022s to, get something really nice to fill the slot of 2, then yeah, I might do that.
You could send those to Tony instead of your A2 pistol grips.
Yeah, Tony will take them.
Oh wait, he can't have them. Send them to me. I'll take them off your hands for you. Because I'm a good friend like that.
JB weld pistol grips to them and then send it to him. Oh wait, that won't work. Then he can't have them. That's right.
No. JB weld pistol grips like where the rear sight goes, just sticking out sideways off the stock.
Yeah, it's side charging now.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this is why I have imaginary friends, because my real ones suck.
We're your friends?
It's sad.
Not you.
Yeah.
Not you, Rob.
I love you.
I can't.
Thank you, Tony.
You're a potential felon. I can't have anything to do with you.
They
just haven't caught you
felon?
yet. They just haven't caught you yet.
All right. Getting it back on the rails here.
Sorry.
Yeah, stop picking on Uncle Flamethrower.
Show back going.
Right, so that's what I did in guns this week. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the announcements and then get on with the good stuff. So, bandwidth sponsor for this week is Patriot Patch Co. We do have the new patch of the month for February up on the website. It is True Love. It's kind of like I modeled it after like a tattoo. The classic heart tattoo with some scrolls. But it's True Love, AR-15 and AK-47, a match made in heaven. So that's available right now if you're not already signed up for that auto-renewing Patch of the Month Club subscription. $15 a month, and you get a matching sticker to go with the patch every month. And then new pre-orders, we do have 3 new head stamp patches, 5.7 by 28, 22 long rifle, and 12 gauge, as well as a Make America Badass Again morale patch. It's got a jet, a tank, German Shepherd, and an AR on there, some 1911s. It's a pretty America patch.
And a toupee. Oh wait, that's the flame off the jet. Never mind.
Oh yeah. So the jet has some flames coming off the afterburners, and Sean thinks it's a toupee of our new commander in chief, which it could be.
It kind of does look like it, Ryan.
It's subliminal. There you go. I called it earlier.
Make America Badass Again patch. It's obviously play on the Trump thing, and the toupee, it does look like him. Sean, you got a point there, my friend.
Thank you.
All right.
Happy to ruin Ryan's patch.
You ruin it. So then we also got the new listener support program for Firearms Radio .tv. If you go to that website and go to the pledge page, you can pledge support to this podcast or any of your other favorite podcasts on the network. And depending on how much you pledge, you get a larger reward in return in the form of Patriot Patch swag. So make sure you take advantage of that. Also, if you're shopping Amazon, use our affiliate link, please. It gives us some of that affiliate love and helps the podcast grow. So I've got the link in the show notes for that, or you can just go to firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. Black Bag Resources coupon code, Big Papa, BIGPOPPA for $5 off.
Say it one more time.
Come on, man. Say it with feeling. Come on.
Say it again.
BIGPOPPA.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Ooh.
That's better.
So
Yay!
your choice of 2 trauma packs, the quick clot trauma pack or the rapid response trauma pack, $5 off either of those and effective until further notice. Very generous from Sean. Also, if you want to donate any products to Tony on the Black Bag Resources website, use the coupon code Simon Says Train for free shipping because that order gets directly donated to Tony, and the second is for everyone diversity shoots. So
I think we're
unfortunately,
gonna wrap that coupon at the end of the month for Big Papa. I think we're gonna do something new in February. So
Okay.
if you're on the fence about it, last call, fellas.
Get it.
so I'll change it to effective January 31st.
Sounds good.
Cool. So we don't have a review this week because I was busy hunting this last weekend and Chad's sick apparently. So we don't have a review this week. We will have some next week, rest assured. But we're gonna get right into the main product spotlight. Luckily, SHOT Show just happened last week, so there's lots of new product to talk about for months. So starting off, we're going to talk about the SIG's new line of pistols. And this kind of coincides with Tony's news about how he's a social media engineer and he's just spitting fire right now with those memes. So the SIG P320 obviously won the military contract. So it's kind of a big chunk. It's a big thing in history because there's only been really 2 main primary sidearms that have been contracted since 1910, the 1911 and the M9. I'm sure you could argue some other smaller contracts in there, but when we're talking about the big main contracts, it's a big deal that SIG actually won it. And I'm more excited that the contest is over because it seems like they were milking that for quite a few years now. So the SIG P320 is the new hotness, and SIG introduced the X series this year at SHOT Show. So there's 3 different X series. There's the XVTAC, the X5, and the other one was the X. Where was it? The X Carry. So the X5 is a 5-inch bull barrel, chambered in 9mm or 40 Smith & Wesson. It's got a Dawson adjustable rear sight plate and a fiber optic front sight. It's compatible with the SIG Romeo 1 optic. It's just got a little plate covering up the valley for that optic to fit in. It's got a 21 round magazine capacity, and it has an extended removable magwell. So it's pretty much set up for competition shooting if you wanted to compete with a SIG. So we don't really have any MSRPs on this.
I think it's 1,100.
You think it's 1,100?
I think it's 1,100 MSRP.
Cool.
And it comes with 4 mags, 4 21-round mags. So that's
nice.
Yeah. I'm like, that's pretty darn good, bro.
Yeah. Anytime you can get more than 1 SIG mag is a blessing because you do not want to buy those individually.
I think the only thing I can remember off the top of my head that SIG had multiple mags was when they did that. What was the name of that?
The tactical pistol.
It was a tactical pistol made for Blackwater. The Blackwater pistol came with 5 mags back in the day.
No, they did a one that came with 4 15-round mags. The 4 20-round mags.
4 20-round mags, yeah.
Okay. So the X Carry is a 9mm with a 17-round magazine, and it's equipped with their the SIG X-ray night sights. It also is compatible to accept the SIG Romeo micro red dot, but the barrel is only 3.9 inches, so it's the smallest of the 3 X series pistols. So presumably it's to conceal carry or open carry, but probably a little bit more comfortable to conceal carry, being its smaller frame. And then obviously anything that has VTAC in the name is going to be flat dark earth and have Kyle Lamb's name all over the literature. So pretty much retired Sergeant Major has his own line of stuff, VTAC products. And so this is just kind of made for him, made with his approval. It's got lightning cuts in it. It's got the same night sights on it as well. I do not see it's a plate that makes it compatible with the red dot, which is interesting that he chose to omit that. But yeah, it's that flat dark earth stainless steel slide on that just black polymer frame. So those are the 3 X series. What do you guys think about them?
There's SIG 320s.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing is, I wanted the VTAC. It doesn't show it, but didn't Smith come out with the VTAC that basically had 2 different sights on it, or 2 different dots on the sight, a day and a night dot?
It does say day night sights. So that's unique. That's not the same as the X-ray 3 day night sights, right?
No.
I don't think so. No, because I know Smith came out with a TAC ops or something like that, where it had 2 different dots on the sights. 1 dot was day, 1 dot was night.
So how do you alternate? Is he just
you don't?
They're both visible at the same time. Just one glows in the dark.
Yeah, basically, the night one you really can't see during the day or in bright conditions, but when you get into darker conditions, like if you run inside your house or it sunsets, the night one starts to glow, so you can see it better.
Okay.
And I think the SIG came out with like a 226, like a TAC ops or some kind of a tactical pistol that had a 20-round magazine, and I think that one came with 4 20-round magazines when they sold it.
Cool.
But I mean, yeah, 4 20-round magazines for the price of a SIG magazine's almost required, because those things are almost $40-50, right?
Yeah. I'm over here looking at their P320 RX full size, starting at $869 off of their website. A compact, same price.
I mean, the good pistols are fun to shoot.
Is the 320 going to be the 1911 of our generation? As far as just
stop.
Well, I mean, as far as like it's just going to get a new version every year, and like pretty soon Cabela's is going to have 2 whole cabinets dedicated to it. Is it going to be that kind of thing?
Well,
yeah, that's exactly what happened with the M9. So, it didn't.
No, it didn't. No. It's not Colt. It's not. We put blue screws in this year, and this is our new gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colt is just sad. But no, I think SIG has a billion SKUs for everything. I mean, how many different 226s do they have? So, I mean, it's business as usual as far as
20 or 30.
I was going to say it's like 28 different models, something like that.
Yes. So right now we're doing what, 416?
Yeah, I mean, they'll have this up to about 20 or 30 before long. You know, I'll have different color sides or different frames or whatever.
Right now I'm on their website with the P320, and I'm looking at 9, and they don't have the VTAC on here.
Yet.
I'm just saying, it's not even on here, and they're already up to 9.
It's one of those. If you like SIGs, you'll be buying, you'll probably go out and buy it as a SIG. I mean, SIGs are good guns. I got a couple SIGs. I enjoy shooting them. They're fun to shoot. But
now, see, all I've done with this is dry fire it. My department supposedly is going to change over to these 320s also, so it should be interesting.
Change from what? What was the previous issue?
Right now, it's still up in the air what they're going to get, but everybody says they're going to SIG 320s. They have HK USPs in 40 caliber. And they've had them for years, like 20 years or more.
So why do they want to change?
Because these guns are getting beat up. I mean, it's Department of Corrections. What they do is just circle the entire department. So they go into training, they get beat up for a while, they get pulled out, sent to the range, sent to different prisons, get abused by cops because cops get bored and do dumb stuff to their guns.
If you ever have the opportunity to buy a used pistol that was previously in the Department of Corrections armory, don't.
It's pretty much like buying a used rental car.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. Yeah. Every a-hole who got their hands on it just beat the crap out of it.
Well, let's just say they got nothing to do all day, right?
Well, we had one in the guard tower I'm not giving away
I thought
any
for the
names.
most part they didn't let the guards have the guns in prisons, right? It was only like
Hold on, Slick. Of course they have guns in prison. They have to do escorts. They have to do patrols. They also have towers. So they have firearms. One of the guys got in the tower, got bored, took the gun apart, and didn't have as many parts as he started with and didn't know where they went. I'm like, how detailed did you strip down a USP, bro? So, yeah.
When the hell was this?
Yeah. If you have a chance to buy a DOC, a Department of Correction gun, don't do it. Regular cops just put the thing in the holster and leave it alone.
I was going to say, it must happen a while back, because if that was today, you just go to youtube.com. How do you field strip a SIG 226 or 320? Type in your model there.
Dude, it was last year. What are you talking about?
No, crap, just go to YouTube. There's like 1,000 videos out there on how to detail strip a SIG or any gun you want.
It makes it that much worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Maybe he lost signal. But I like it. SIG makes quality guns. This is a polymer gun. It's gonna be expensive because it's SIG, but it brings all those options. I don't think many people are gonna be swapping bodies out like the SIG can. You know what I mean? Like if you pick up the fully loaded RX to run 3-gun with or something like that, because that's what it's built for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you pick that up, but you're not going to buy another SIG pistol as your carry gun, and it has a really cool trigger in the X series, or you're just going to pick up the body for the subcompact and, you know what I mean, just switch over the trigger and everything. Will it fit? I don't know.
Is this the contest? Is that just for the Army, or is that for all 5 branches?
Just Army.
Interesting, because when they went to the M9, it was like the whole military went to the M9, right?
Eventually, what they were saying with their whole military may eventually go to this, but see, the Army has been holding these things every 10 years, pretty much since 1910. Am I lying? I mean, you look it up. I'm not. The Army just gets bored and go, we need a new pistol. And they've done it so many times, even since I've gotten out of the military, that is ridiculous. So they found it. What was that?
I said I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. But what it's led to is guns like this being developed. I mean, the Ruger Compact came from this. I mean, not the Ruger Compact, the Ruger American pistol came from these requirements from the Army, and so did a lot of other pistols. I think the new generation of Glock, I think that came from these requirements.
Yeah.
Was this time somebody said that the Army came out with a design, with a spec, and it basically said not Glock.
Yeah, and Glock was like, yeah, we don't really care.
I mean, one thing too about the price of these, I believe there's some kind of a law. So don't quote me, but I believe there's a law or rule that says if the SIG sells these guns to the Army for $1,200, they have to sell it to you and me for the same price. They can't sell it for less than what they sell it to the Army for. So I'm not sure what the price for the Army is going to be, but they're probably going to get far less than $1,100 for them.
Well,
I read somewhere it was something south of $300 each.
Yeah, they can't sell them. They can't sell them to us for less than they sold them to the military for.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think you said the opposite, bro.
Yeah, actually, you kind of sort of did say the opposite.
It's all right.
It's not what I heard, but let them have it, Rob. Don't worry about it.
No, Rob, you're right, Rob, because if Sean said it, it has to be true.
that is a patch of the month for March. If Sean said it, has to be true.
That might be the discount code. It ain't the patch.
I was just going to say, you got your coupon code there. Sean said it's true.
All right. So next, we're going to talk about a new product from Cricket. Cricket, if you're not aware, Keystone Sporting Arms make the one of the country's most popular youth 22 bolt action rifles, because small length of pull and very minimal and limiting method of operation makes it really popular for teaching kids how to shoot. It's not like a semi-auto or anything crazy where that it can get out of control. It's very easy to teach and be a very controlled environment. Well, Cricket is stepping up their game, and they are bringing a precision rifle to the market. So if you really like guns and you really want to get your kid involved in shooting, but you really want to go like above and beyond and get them something a little bit more premium, you can get them the Cricket Precision Rifle. So MSRP of just north of $300. This thing looks like a shrunk down version of a Accuracy International chassis. It's got everything from a threaded barrel, 1/2 by 28, if you want to put a suppressor or use the existing muzzle brake on there. It's got an adjustable stock with the cheek riser and the length pull. It's got some Picatinny on the tail of the stock if you want to put a monopod on there. It's kind of plastic Picatinny rail molded into the stock, but it'll still work with most accessories, I imagine. It's also got some of that faux Picatinny on the front if you want to put a bipod on there. Basically, it's a very tactical Cricket rifle.
It looks cool.
It does.
That's the selling point, and I think it's going to get young kids that are playing the video games excited about going and shooting it for real. I mean, I don't know that kids that small are necessarily playing those games, but
they are.
Are they?
Yeah, because every time they beat me, they tell me how much I suck and what they do to my mom, and it's terrible.
Right,
and they're all like
man.
under 13.
Yeah, and they conjugate the F word in ways you weren't aware were possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one of these idiots next door to me right now doing exactly that.
Awesome.
And they said right here that it's every bit as cool as mom and dad's rifle. So yeah, I think that's a huge selling point. The only thing I'd like to see on this is if they did one of the side folding stocks, because there's a secondary market that I don't know Cricket ever intended on picking up, and that was survivalists and preppers who want a real compact rifle to throw in a backpack. And yeah, it's a kid-sized rifle, but for emergency survival purposes or whatever, they can do that. And I think if they added the side folding feature to this, that market would jump all over this.
Oh yeah, I mean, you drop a cane on the end of that thing, you got a really nice squirrel rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
really nice.
Cricket is $130 rifle for the most part, the regular ones.
Yeah,
and
you can usually get them a little cheaper than that too if you shop around.
Yeah, I mean, they're really inexpensive. They're single shot. I've really been thinking about picking one up just to teach classes with, just to slow my nephew down when he wants to go to the range.
He needs something. Listen, I want to put him in like boxing gloves or something to slow him down.
Yeah, but and we're being serious. Sometimes when you teach a kid to shoot, they really love shooting and they jump on that trigger and they burn through your ammo. So this is one way to make them slow down and appreciate every shot.
He was breaking a sweat loading magazines because he was going, so I got to get these down range, and I can't do it if they're not in the magazine because I got to get the mag.
Well, at least he's got those concepts right,
What was that?
I said, at least
he said he got the concepts right.
Oh yeah, the kid loves to shoot and he's pretty good at it. But
yeah, he was. Yeah, and that's why I can't be mad. He was burning through ammo, but he wasn't missing anything either. So
that's awesome. I mean, I guess it'd be cool for your diversity shoots because it's one round at a time, nice and slow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing that at all. It's just it's a little steep in price for what's just something that looks kind of cool. I mean, it's functional.
Well,
it's like,
let's compare. Okay, if you take a regular 1022 versus one that's all dressed up with the kit, you kind of see a $200 jump in price there. If you take any other 22 and you compare that to like the GSG or the HK that's dressed up to look like something cool, you see, roughly that $200 price jump too. And at least this is all functional. It's not just a dressing kit.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not even complaining about it. I'm just putting it out there that for me to spend money for the second is for everyone. I'd get another 1022 instead of get this. But
well, let's be honest. You're going to put in a phone call to Keystone and be like, "Hey, would you like to donate one of these?" To coin a phrase, don't get it twisted. Tony's not buying anything if he can help it.
Yes, that's very, very true, and I'll probably make a phone call this week. I'm not gonna lie. Don't get it twisted. The brother's about saving every dime I can to put back in the diversity shoot. I think it's really cool. I think it's
they're
awesome.
going to send you a 6-pack of Keystone Light as a consolation prize.
That's all right. The next diversity shoot, I'll have a raffle off a 6-pack of Keystone Light. Understand, the brother does not care. But I think it's a really cool idea. And like Sean said, there is a whole market of these as survival firearms. I've seen them all over the place. It's inexpensive, and you can stock it away, and it's still a 22. And now you have this, and you add functionality to it, plus the ability to take a suppressor.
Oh, yeah.
Easy move.
Yep. 16-inch barrel.
And I didn't see this anywhere. It says it's threaded, and it shows it with a compensator or muzzle brake, whatever you want to call it. Is the brake included? Because I'm looking at some of the other pictures, and they've got different brakes on them.
Well, it says the CPR loan. It comes with, for 309, comes with the muzzle device. So I'm guessing that might be a special muzzle device for that one rifle.
Okay. Yeah, they said they're here. Yeah, they're planning on adding a tricked out package like the one you see above. But yeah, I watched one of the videos and somebody had a suppressor on it. There's some company that does $99 suppressors. I can't think of the name of it. I think it's $99 suppressors. Anyway, they do them in the 22s. But it's like, you pick up a 22 suppressor, stick it on this. It's not a ton of money. This $200 tax stamp kills you.
Yeah.
But, dude, it can go in a bag and be done. That's your go bag. That's the one you put in that little PVC pipe and wherever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And like Sean said, too, if they can make this with a folding stock, that'd be that much better for a go bag or a bug out bag.
Yep.
Or how, just to throw in your backpack to go for a weekend in the woods, you know?
Yep. Man, why does it sound creepy when you say weekend in the woods? I'm just saying.
It should.
It's because you come back alone.
Well, I look forward to seeing this. I know, when it comes to buying my first rifle for my son or daughter in the future, I'm probably gonna want to step up and have it be something like cool like this versus the basic one. I think 1022 is not a great starting rifle unless you single feed each magazine, which is kind of
they
a
have
pain in the butt.
They've got the 1022 Ruger American 1022.
That too.
It's a bolt action rifle.
And they got the compact.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal rifle.
Yeah, you've got that, which again is still pretty close to this price point. I think the Ruger American's like $260, something like that.
Yeah.
The other one I was thinking of was the Henry bolt action. That's considerably more than this even.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, much more.
Or there's a Savage Rascal too. I don't know if you guys have seen those. Cool. So all right, next we're going to talk about a new optic from EOTech, their Voodoo series. They're one of the 6. It's got an MSRP of just about $1,400, but this 1 to 6 scope is actually pretty sweet. It's first focal plane, and how the reticle expands is actually really interesting. So when you're looking at the field of view at 1 power, it's a lot similar to like a traditional EOTech holographic, where it's got the big circle with the 4 kind of hashes on the up, down, left, and right side. But instead of just a regular dot in the middle, it's got a very small minimalized crosshair. So at 1 power, it just looks like a very thin crosshair. When you zoom in to 6, that large circle gets out of frame and that tiny little crosshair expands. So it basically converts it from a close quarters reticle to all of a sudden you've got something with a little bit more, some subtensions on there if you want to, make some dope shots, for 200-300 yards and maybe further depending on the cartridge that you're shooting. So they have kind of 2 different versions. They've got the SR1 reticle, and then they've got the SR2 and the SR3. The SR2 and the SR3 are more specifically rated with ballistic drop compensation. So the SR2 is 7.62 and the SR3 is 5.56. So same thing when you're at 1 power, you've got that nice. I don't know if it's still 65 MOA circle like their EOTech, like the 5.56s and the holographics were, but it looks just like that, except the precision reticle is just very, very small. So when you're zoomed out to 1, it you can't really make out any detail. It's just a point of aim. And when you zoom into 6, then it enlarges to the point where, all of a sudden I've got a nice halo with a dot in the center and a 4, 5, and 600 yard compensated line built in there with a couple windage marks as well. So it's kind of cool. I think this would be really popular for like 3-gun shooters and other like maybe some like tactical hunters in mind. Really good for the AR-15, obviously. That low magnification profile. Hopefully it doesn't lose 0 when exposed to cold temperatures and high temperatures.
Nice.
But I think they got past that problem now.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you see an NRA, just go up and say, what's the operating temperatures for this particular scope?
You would probably be the 300th person to ask that hour.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they probably won't appreciate that either. But I'm looking at the information I get from the wholesaler. Auto power shut off, which is nice. It says typical time interval at which power will shut down to preserve battery life is approximately 2 hours. And battery life with middle brightness setting at room temperature is 500 hours. So obviously hot and cold is going to affect that.
Yeah.
So is that one of Chad's CR 123 batteries or the 2032 batteries?
It's a 2032.
Can I get an amen?
Oh man,
where is Chad?
My question is this. Okay, as somebody that just competed when it was freezing cold, of course. Like, how fast does that drop off when it is cold? You know what I mean? Because that was all day competition I was at. It's like, does that just eat your battery to death?
If I remember right, cold can slow down the operation of the electronics, but usually helps the battery life instead of hurting it.
Well, yeah.
Where
true.
Heat is going to burn up the battery faster.
It's very true. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, don't come to Florida in the summertime and run this then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll stay with you and do a full test.
Well, I ain't staying with him.
Not alone. But I figured
alone.
If we stay there and sleep in shifts, we might get away with it.
All right. Back to
with
back
the door locked, right?
Back to back, like we're in the jungles of Vietnam.
Bayonets fixed.
Sleep with your eyes open like Major Payne.
Nice.
It's just EOTech makes. I mean, not EOTech. Yeah, it's EOTech, right?
Yeah, EOTech.
Yeah.
It's EO.
I don't know. I mean, I like the glass. Their glass is clear on a lot of their stuff. So I seriously doubt this is less than. It's pretty cool. Steep price though, right?
Yeah,
well,
it's really high.
Yeah, but it's
$12.99 is your price.
Yeah, it's $12.99 is what they have listed as minimum advertised price. So, if somebody's interested, maybe a little bit better, but nothing that we can put an actual number on. Yeah. If you follow, because that's what they require with their minimum advertised pricing policy. You have to advertise it at $12.99.
Yeah.
So if you got a friend in the shop and you're paying cash, you can probably do a little bit better.
I mean, it's supposed to compete with like the Trijicon VCOG, right?
Yeah.
VCOG, I'd also say like the Vortex Viper PST 1-4s and 1-6s. I don't know. I think those are first focal plane, I think.
Yeah, I've shot the PST.
Yeah, but the VCOGs, I'm looking on the Trijicon website, are all spec'd out at 2,800.
Yeah.
3050.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's
Here's the other thing.
Price.
This is the only one I've seen with push button controls on the illumination. Everything else is done off an adjustment knob, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
Well, that's kind of the
Yeah,
way
this-
EOTech does all their stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got the button thing down, man.
Mm-hmm.
What
So,
is it
I
called? The
guess-
Viper PST, right?
Yeah.
Just
Now,
want to
not
hit the
just a
price
regular
up.
scope.
Say again, Rob?
I said, isn't the PST not just a regular scope?
I mean, they have non-PST 1 to 6s, I think. But trying to compare it as close to possible as a high quality optic with the illumination feature.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at it that way, and just saying it's. I'm thinking it's all in the same ballpark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is where the money is, and it's the price. It's the market price for something like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only thing is, if they're marketing this for 3-gunners, they might have wanted to look at maybe getting a throw lever on there. I mean, it looks like on the magnification ring, there's a little bit of a plateau that gives you a little bit of a ledge for leverage when you're making a transition from 1 to 6 or any of the magnifications in between. But it might not be as stout enough as someone like me who's got a Vortex, and I just get the quick throw lever that you kind of clamp on there, and it gives you something that's more easily to grab onto and to ratchet one side or the other.
You can do that with this scope? Find a
Well,
aftermarket, something like that?
because they have a built-in plateau right there, you couldn't get a ring to clamp around all the way unless you fabricated something yourself.
Look close at that picture, though. It looks like there's a threaded hole there that it might accept a screw in.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
That
I'm wondering
would be nice.
And it may be something that they include that they just haven't included in the description.
Right.
So we'll have to see once somebody actually gets their hands on this.
Right.
Yeah, because I've been watching their videos, and they even showing like 3-gun use or saying 3-gun use, and you still don't see a throw lever. And I'm like, what's up with that?
Because if you're going to do 3-gun, you got to it's almost required to have a throw lever,
Okay, wait a minute. Here's a picture
There's
with a
something
throw
quick.
lever on it.
Where you at?
I went to EOTech's actual website, not website, but EOTech's page on YouTube, and I'm watching the one for Voodoo 1 to 6 by 24, and they're using computer graphic, and it has it on the computer graphic.
Might be an option.
Yeah, since I have the sound down, I don't know if it is an option. I'm just watching the computer graphic, and it has a throw lever.
Well, it looks like there is some kind of provision for that. We just know if it's included or available after separately, that kind of thing. But
remains to be seen.
Built it.
It looks like the clicks are half MOA. What were you going to say?
I'm looking at the SR1. It says it's a 0.2 MRAD elevation increment, windage and elevation increment. So depending on whether you're using mils or MRAD, I guess. Yeah, sorry.
No problem.
Yep, does have a throw lever. I'm looking at it right now. Actually, I see it on the thing that he's actually talking about. So cool.
Cool. Yeah, I actually I saw some videos from SHOT Show of somebody put a camera right behind the scope and zoomed in, and that's what kind of caught my eye. And I was like, oh man, I have to talk about this on the show because I've never seen a first focal plane used in that way, to where you essentially get 2 reticles built into one.
I mean, Vortex, I'm looking on their site, they've got the Strike Eagle. That's the 1 to 6 by 24.
Yep.
And that's MSRP of $450 or thereabouts. But that is more than likely, I think, a second focal plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at their Viper PST Gen 2, and it's running $999.
Now, you can get I think the Viper PST you can get in first focal plane, but it's a little more.
Yeah, it's always going to be more money. Yeah.
But I tell you what, the first focal plane is nice.
It's pretty nice. Yeah, especially if you've got your poor eyesight, astigmatism, or you have problems seeing really fine etchings on glass. First focal plane, things get larger as you zoom in. I've never seen a first focal point I didn't like, because I was like, oh, that's really nice. Makes it easier on you.
For those of you tuning in, all 4 of us wear glasses.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that I think, did we cover enough on the voodoo?
Yeah, I think
That's
that
cool.
covers it. If you want to talk more about that, we can do that after the show.
Cool. All right. So there's 3 products for this week. Now we're going to let Tony talk about the Second is for Everyone diversity shoots.
The main reason I come on the show. All right. Second is for Everyone diversity shoot kicks off February 2nd. That's going to be our first one of this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's pizza, prizes, lots of guns. Hopefully, by that time, I'll have mine back from the gun polisher, which is awesome. And everybody will get to see my shiny new Smith & Wesson 686 that has a mirror shine on it. If you're going to come, let us know. Go to Simon Says Train and go to the link there and let us know you're going to come. I'm going to put it out on social media again this week and give people a chance just to let me know if they're coming. It's going to be exciting because Donald Trump is in. A bunch of people are sitting on their backside going, hey, we got a Second Amendment friendly president. No, this is a time to actually get going. We've gotten to the place that we go, all right, we won. No, you just went from defense to offense. Now it's time to hustle, dog. We got to get out. We got to join groups. We got to show up at events like this and show people, new people who haven't fired a gun ever, or, you know, that person at the office that it's on their bucket list, but they don't know where to go. Grab them up. If you live in Jersey, come out to our event. It's $10 a head to go to the range and shoot. We're going to have food. We're going to have prizes. We're going to have raffles. Have fun and make the family grow, because we have 2 years before the next election, right? I mean, before the next, So we need to get as many, before the midterm elections. We got to get as many gun people or gun-friendly people into this environment as possible. And we got to start hustling and join these Second Amendment groups, which I bring in to speak. And you can ask the NRA, what do they do for New Jersey? Christian will be there and he can tell you exactly what they do for New Jersey. And if you don't come to me, you can donate, and you can go on Black Bag Resources, buy something, mark it Simon Says Train, and Sean will get it to me and we can raffle it off for the events. Check out Simon Says Train on Instagram or Facebook, and you can also look at Second is for Everyone on Facebook, and you can go to our .com, diversityshoot.com. If you want to donate, I have a donate button on diversityshoot.com to help us out. Really appreciate it. And thank you very much, as I say every week, for allowing me on and allowing me to talk about this.
The only thing I'll say is Trump is more pro-gun than the previous occupant, but I'm not going to say he's a pro-gun president.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about the misspeaking I hear on the internet, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone acts like John Moses Browning got elected to the presidency.
Yeah, no, far from the truth.
Yeah. No, John, Wayne LaPierre did not become president. We're not safe.
Thank God, dude.
Good Lord.
All right.
One annoying man.
Pump the brakes on the political stuff.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Cool. All right, so that's the show. Send questions or comments to the new email address, gungearreview@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe and leave us an iTunes review. Check out all the other shows on the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.tv, and be sure to visit the Firearms Insider for reviews and industry coverage. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you to my guests, as always, for joining me. And I will see you guys on the next episode next week.
Yay.
Be good.
Thanks for listening. Bye, Felicia.
There you go.
About time.
See you later.